Hi Padel Drivers, how you doing? Today I'm gonna show you how to have a strong backhand. Vamos! I'm sure you probably have noticed that your backhand is much weaker than your forehand. This is super important that we fix it because otherwise my opponents, they are always gonna be playing the easy tactic of everything to my backhand. In today's video I'm gonna share with you my best tips to have a strong backhand, and make sure you stay till the end because I will also share a pro tip that you have probably never heard before, even if you are a strong player. You have probably noticed that today we are in a different club. If you follow us on Instagram, you know the reason, and if you don't, make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Padel Drive. This being said, we're gonna go with the first tip to fix that backhand. Really quickly, the grip, okay? What I recommend, continental grip or chopper grip. Some people play with the tennis backhand grip, okay, to put a bit more topspin. But I do recommend continental because we don't have to make any adjustments and we don't have to change it. So it's gonna be the same for forehand and backhand. So these are the different type of grips. The first one would be the chopper or continental, which is the one that I recommend, okay? Something like this. Then you have the tennis backhand grip, which some people use to play a bit with more topspin. And then if you are grabbing the racket like this, you can go play pickleball. Shot preparation, and this is super important. Whenever the ball is coming to me, you have to make sure that you go sideways and you bring your racket back early. Okay, so right foot in front, and for the racket, it has to feel like I'm getting it out from my left pocket. I'll say it again. I have to feel that the racket is getting out of my left pocket. That's the right way to prepare the backhand. Some people prepare with the racket a bit higher, especially people coming from tennis or squash. The problem with this backhand preparation is that many times you go with a slice when you don't want to, and the other aspect, which is even more important in my opinion, is that whenever I'm playing ground strokes, I have to show to my opponents that I can always play the lob. Because if they know that I'm gonna play low, they're gonna step in and their ball is always gonna be much stronger. So from here, I'm clearly telling them that I'm not lobbing. But if I go a bit lower, okay, and I bring the racket out of my left pocket, I can always change it and go with the lob. Okay, so this is a bit more advanced, but it's good that you know it. Another super important concept in the backhand is the non-dominant hand, because it plays a really important role. So when I'm preparing the racket, the left hand has to go in the throat of the racket, okay, right there. And it has to be grabbing the racket, not just putting the hand here. It has to grab the racket, okay, because then I'm gonna need it to create this tension when I'm hitting. So again, make sure that your left hand goes in the throat of your racket when you are preparing. A really nice visual way to explain this is using the hands, okay? So imagine I wanna go with my hand sideways to that direction. If I have another hand here blocking, the moment I release it, I create a tension, okay? So that's the tension that I'm looking. If I put the hand in the racket and it's not doing anything, let's imagine I put it here, I have to do all this by myself and I cannot create that tension. It is much easier to have this left hand here, and the moment I release it, I get that tension that I need for the backhand. Next question, what do I do with my left hand when hitting the ball? We said that both hands go on the racket, and then when I'm gonna hit, it's really important that the left hand is pulling back, okay? Imagine I have to split the effort, 50% on the right hand, 50% on the left hand, okay? Many people just play with the right side of their body. No, that's a mistake, okay? So both hands on the racket, and I finish there with my chest wide open, okay? In a straight line, not in a V shape like many people do, okay? So again, both hands on the racket, and I'm finished there pulling back with my left hand. follow through. This is the feeling that I'm looking for. I have to try to get the racket in contact with the ball for as long as possible. It's not like a short impact, okay? It has to feel like if I'm pushing the ball, okay? So it would look something like this. It's not a quick impact, it's a really long follow through there, trying to get the racket in contact with the ball for as long as possible. Another follow through tip is to remember to close the shot with the shoulder and not with the wrist, okay? So many people go here and when they're gonna hit, they tend to try to get all the power from the wrist. Obviously, this doesn't work. Remember, it has to come from the shoulder, okay? I have to finish there, pushing with my shoulder, not with my wrist. And the most important follow-through tip is to follow us down below and to drop a like if you're enjoying this video. And now, as promised at the beginning of the video, I'm gonna share with you the pro tip to get your backhand to the next level, especially if you are already an advanced player. And this one has to do with the moment of the impact. What you have to understand is that it is much easier to push the ball when it's a bit lower, okay? So rather than hitting here, let the ball drop a bit more, because in this way, we can use our body more efficiently. In this way, you're gonna make sure that you involve your legs into the backhand. This is going to allow you to transfer the weight from the back to the front, okay? So all the effort is not coming just with the hand, you are splitting the effort with the tension of the other parts of your body. By the way, I want to let you know that we have created the Padel Drive newsletter, which is going to be a closer space between you and us to communicate different kind of contents in a different format to the one that we do in the video. So if you want to consume this kind of content and receive the latest updates of the channel, honest reviews, and some other cool things that we have, make sure that you check the description down below, register in the newsletter, because we also have a really special gift for those of you who join. Thank you, and see you soon. Hopefully you found these tips helpful. If it was the case, we would really appreciate if you could like the video and share it with your padel partner that has a terrible backhand. As always, thank you for watching Padel Driver, and we will see you in the next one. Vamos!